Oh,
As long as there's one of us.
thank you.
That's all right.
Yeah. Oh. Can't you tell? Thank you. It's all right. You don't have to answer. Who is yours?
Sarah, the centre back, number 12, centre back.
I still can't really, I still don't really know.
Yeah, she's one centre back.
Okay.
Sarah was the best.
Okay. Tall?
Yeah.
Short? Okay. Mongoose.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 3 of the NPL Women's New South Wales competition. It's the match of the round. Sydney University hosts Northwest Sydney Spirit. Two teams yet to record a victory in 2025. In saying that, Northwest Sydney Spirit, has only played one game. Their fixture last week postponed due to the extreme heat. And how about that? Two extremes last week. It was hitting high 30s, almost in the 40s today. Very cold, very wet. But most importantly, much more comfortable for the players out there to play to their full potential. At least we get no drink breaks. I'll go through the lineups for you now quickly. For Sydney University, starting in goals, number 31, Sophia Fante, number 4, Amelia Feeney, number 5, Amelia Kirby, number 6, Charlotte Hogan, number 8, Madison Van Dyke, number 10, Jamie Bofels, number 16, Talia Sambrook, number 18, Ruby Egan Brown, number 26, Jennifer Kokoris, number 32, Zante Juric, and number 33, Maria Savalias. Starting for the Northwest Sydney Spirit in goals, number 1, Katie Offer, number 4, Shani Cooney-Cross, number 5, Victoria Martin, number 6, Harper Pearl, number 7, Kayla Osborne, number 9, Sky Hamerick, number 17, Ariana Stoltzfus, number 19, Victoria Cholusic, number 20, Neve Burns, number 25, Michaela Gavranic, and number 27, Lucy Fukenuko. As I said, Sydney Uni yet to win this season. Round 1 loss to the Stingrays, where they were perhaps the better team. Ruby Egan Brown scoring the only goal for them in that 2-1 defeat. Last week, though, a very, very big point and a very difficult away trip to North Turramurra. Coming from behind twice to share the spoils with the Northern Tigers. Again, Egan Brown on the score sheet and Amelia Feeney. 2 special goals for both players as well. And Tony Candy will be disappointed the way his team lost their first round game. They were right in the battle for about 75 minutes or so of that one, and a last 15-minute collapse cost them at least a point. Going down 5-2 in the end. Victoria Martin and Sky Hamerick both on the score sheet on that occasion. Game has kicked off. Sydney Uni attacking from left to right in their blue and yellow, while Spirit in their navy blue away kits attacking from right to left, and they're on the attack early here. Under pressure, 2 young teams, very young teams, lots of teenagers across both squads. Spirit will no doubt strengthen when the window opens with some A-League women's players. Sydney Uni tend to not do so. They may need to this year, though. Just important to have some of those experienced heads in the squad to help the younger ones develop. Here's Kokoris on the run early, good ball into the area. Headed away and dealt with now by Spirit. I saw a bit of Kokoris during the off-season in the futsal Premier League. A very feisty character. A very good footballer as well. One to keep an eye out on definitely this season. Coming together there was Stoltzfus and Egan Brown. Stoltzfus, the American import. Good turn. After that goal, and Katie Offer tested for the first time. I know that Uni's tried to fix the number colour issue on their kits, but it's so hard to see the numbers sometimes, even with the amendments made. But kudos to them and Macron for trying to at least make it a little bit more visible. All the other games have kicked off bar one this afternoon. Manly take on Mount Druitt. Newcastle Jets face Bulls FC Academy. Apia host Union New South Wales. Illawarra take on the Western Sydney Wanderers. And at 5:10, the Gladesville Ravens take on the MacArthur Rams. So a full afternoon of action. Oh, and that was a big slip there from Feeney. I had a giggle about it, which is good. She's still having a laugh. Went for 6, as they say. Thankfully, though, she's good to continue. And here's Halmerick. It's a shame we didn't see more of Halmerick last season. Did suffer an injury that kept her out for a considerable amount of time, but most definitely a very talented young footballer. Good work there by Cooney Cross, and Halmerick blocked. Cleared away now. Stoltzfus will take the throw. Two captains come together. Spirit come away with the ball. They've managed to pinch possession back through Egan Brown. She thought about the spectacular. Saw Katie Offer off the line, but she's given away possession. And now an opportunity there was really brewing for the visiting side. Great ball forward. Egan Brown turns on the right as a go, but never really going to trouble Katie Offer from there. And Katie Offer will only be able to play the first half because she's got paramedic duties on and has to go to work, so she'll be substituted at the break. Thanks to Tony Candy's pre-game information. Ball over the top now for Halmerick. Keeper came out a long way, did the right thing. Kokoris was looking for Egan Brown. Here she is again. Very involved early on, Egan Brown. Juric. It was the right idea, but a little bit too much on that, and it'll go out for a goal kick. Intercepted there, ball in midfield. Now a chance for Uni to create something. Here's Kokoris. Blocked by Stoltzfus. Headed away by Stoltzfus, but straight into the path of Sydney Uni. Sandbrook for Feeney. Good turn. A chance for Hammerich to expose the space in behind the Uni defence. Early ball in. Dealt with by Sandbrook. And strong challenge there on Hammerich, and she wins the foul. Intention was to go for the ball, but unfortunately Hammerich got taken out there by Juric. Chance now from Spirit to threaten through this set piece. Ball's delivered toward Hammerich. Gets the head on the end of that, and a great save by Sophia Fante. Hammerich did so well to get ahead on that. And that looked as though it was heading for the top corner. Had Fante not tipped that one out for a corner. Ball comes in again, good area. There's a high foot there. No whistle though. They play on. Gavranic loses possession to Kokoris, and a good ball forward. Will be dealt with though comfortably. Fukianeko under a bit of pressure. Back to Offa. Quite a fast-paced game in his opening 10 minutes. Stoltzfus now driving forward. It's beyond Kokoris. Now Gavranic. Closed down. Simpson just a, Simpson. Hammerich, a real proper old school striker. The reason I said Remy Simpson is because she reminds me a little bit of her. Strong and direct. Another that's come through the system at Northwest Sydney Spirit. Great program there, as does Sydney Uni. Two teams that are proud of their youth development. Another corner now for Spirit. Ball comes in. Hammerich, the target once more. Got her head onto the end of it, but didn't really trouble Fante this time. Osrally asking for the ball to be played early. Great touch by Van Dyke. Ball brought down. And now on the counter, can Uni hit the front? Ball back in, and Van Dyke just couldn't direct that toward the goal, but as I said, this game, a really fast pace. Here's Burns. Had to move that quickly. Stoltz first now. That'll be a corner to the home side. Defensive error. An opportunity to put Katie Alpha under some pressure now. Haven't read that early corner. Chance is there, but I think Sydney Uni themselves were a little surprised that they got away with that. Osborne and Kokoris then getting into a bit of a push and shove. That didn't last very long. Stoltz first turns, keeps it in. Brand new surface here at Valentine Sports Park. Now a chance for Uni to create some pressure with his free kick. Osrally still giving the instructions. It's a direct effort at goal, and it wasn't too far away at all. Jamie Bofels with the chance there. Didn't test Offer though, who looked as though she had it covered and in trouble there. Had to deal with that quickly. And now the chance opens up again, but that shot closer to the right corner flag than the goal. Stoltz first. Looked for Osborne, but the pass didn't get there. Referee says there was a foul. It's Fukaneko. Score updates from around the ground. Sydney Olympic and the Northern Tigers currently 0-0. Same score at Manly Cromer Park between Manly and the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. No goals either at the Stingrays and Western Sydney. And likewise at RPR and University of New South Wales. Great ball out wide for Gavranic. Gets a head up, good ball in the box. And Victoria Martin was arriving at the far post, but couldn't quite get there. It was good football from the visiting side. Excellent run down the line from Gavranic. Hamrick's pass is short. Cleared away and something to chase here. dealt with by Cholosic. Osborne under pressure, had to clear away. They've kept the ball moving on here. The pass didn't have enough on it to find Halmerick. Rosrelli just asking his team to keep possession. He's a bit frantic out there. Van Dijk. Ball wide for Kokoris, but railed by Stoltzfus. Van Dijk. Back for Sandbrook. Switch ball there from Feeney. It's a good one. Foul by Martin on the far side. Pace has slowed down. Definitely it was an excellent start to the game. Free kick opportunity again for the home team. Not for here for Kokoris, and didn't really wrap her foot around the boy she would have liked. Able to swing through that one. She sort of cut it a bit short. I'm sure she'd want that opportunity back again. It wasn't an easy chance, but definitely one that she would have wished she just connected with a little better. And Hamerick picks that up. Gavranic was making the run, instead went for Martin. Was probably the wrong choice from Hamerick. Interesting face here at VSP. Talia Capitanellis in attendance, watching her former teammates. As Kokoris was looking to combine with Egan Brown, and Katie Offer reacts there by clearing away. Gavranic for Osborne. Wins the foul again. This time Savalias making the foul. Feeney clears away. Stoltzfus is under pressure here. Thought about letting it bounce over the sideline, but didn't have enough time to do so. Kept in by Stoltzfus, but Gavranic couldn't control her touch. It was difficult. And now Martin putting on the pressure. Here's Bofels. Great turn. Good ball forward as well. Van Dijk just getting that pass wrong. Here's Martin. Played forward by Cooney Cross. And Martin with the foul there had a grab of the jersey in the hand. Easy decision for the referee. He was in a good position. Hogan asking for the ball in the centre of the park, but doesn't get it, and instead all the way back to Feeney. And Fante looking for Kokoris. Quick whistle there for the foul on Savalias. Sandbrook sends it forward. Osborne wins the ball back in midfield. And now Martin has a bit of space. Look at the space for Gavranic if she can find her. She can't. It was good defending by Sandbrook. Now Juric. Great combination play there by Uni. Juric couldn't complete it with the pass though. Stoltzfus. Here's Martin. Back for Cooney Cross. Chalusic plays it forward, looking for Hamerick, but it might work out for Gavranic. Almost did. Well defended by Feeney. Offside on Martin. Ball through here for Martin. The chance has appeared now. Martin squares it up for Halmerick, and it's 1-0. Northwest Sydney Spirit hit the front. Unselfish play by Victoria Martin to tee up Sky Halmerick, who had the easy job of tapping into an open net. And the visitors lead here. Gavranic pinched the ball. It was a bit of fortunate play, in fairness, that worked out in favour of the visitors. It was Halmerick's ball out wide into the path of Martin that allowed her to pick it up and get rewarded for continuing her run forward. But after 25 minutes, the visitors lead here. Infante has to deal with this. Can Uni respond immediately? Bofels looking for Egan Brown. Cleared away though. Cleared away by Stoltzfus. I'm not allowing Kokoris to get on the ball. Egan Brown forward for Van Dyke. Cleared out by Victoria Chalusic. MacArthur Rams have scored. They lead against the Gladesville Ravens. Bit of a surprise, that one. Illawarra have also taken the lead against the Western Sydney Wanderers. Bulls lead against the Jets. Scoreless at the other grounds. Great ball by Halmerick for Martin. Martin might get there, but across came Feeney to clear away. Here's Van Dyke. Kokoris wants it played early. Gets it back now. Great challenge from Sky Hamerick. Back defending. Sliding in. The Jets have equalised as we speak. It was a heavy fall for Tsavalias, but she's back to her feet now. Nothing wrong with the tackle from Halmerick. Throw taken. Free kick goes the way of Spirit. Here's Osborne. Goes down, no foul this time. Kept it in there, Osborne did. Now Burns. Cooney Cross, back for Burns. Cooney Cross gets fortunate. Well defended though by Hogan. They've given it away again though, and Hamrick has a go on the left this time. Not afraid to hit him left or right footed. Martin heads it on. Hamrick trying to get it through for Osborne. Does in the end. Juric under pressure here from Osborne. Spirit will take the throw. Here's Cooney Cross. Good use of the body to shimmy away from her defender there. Stoltz first. Gavranic wants it played forward. Gets it now. Gets it back as well on. Bad challenge there from Kokoris. Free kick for Spirit. Gavranic will deliver this one into the box with an outswinger. Hamrick's been the target twice already. She was again, but headed away well by Feeney. Cooney Cross. Still Cooney Cross. Delivers now toward Halmerick. Header, but not enough power behind it. It's very rare to find people that can head the ball well in both the men's and women's games today. And Sky Hamrick, I'll tell you what, not afraid to put her head in the dangerous positions and generally gets her timing right. Here's Bofels. Great turn. Kokoris. Strong in a couple challenges. Breaks for Egan Brown. Twists and turns. Shooting opportunity came and went though. Wide of the target by Savalias, and she still looks like she's struggling after that challenge from Hamrick. And Osrali may be forced into a change here. Physio has been called on. The Ravens have equalised against the Rams. It's 1-1 there now at Christie Park. Stingrays have doubled their advantage. 2-0 against the Wanderers. And Apia has taken the lead against the Uni of New South Wales. Back to her feet, but not sure how much longer she can last. Will get restarted now. Both teams running over to their respective coaches to receive some information. Offer gets us restarted. Here's Fukeneko. Osborne plays it out wide. Here's Cooney cross. Martin manages to keep it in. Thought she did really well there. Ran out of space. Martin heads it toward Hamrick. Osborne. Oh, an error there by Harper Pell, but won her back did Pell. Atoned for her error. Quickly won the ball back. Hogan spreads it wide for Kokoris. And now Kokoris gives it away. Hamrick chips it over the top for Martin. It gets there. Martin just stretching in the end. Wasn't sure how the ball was going to bounce for her. Still has possession though. Looking for Hamrick. What a ball! That would have been one of the assists of the season. Had Sky Hamrick been able to put that one beyond Fante. Here's Gauranic. Searching for Hamrick. What an outlet Hamrick is to have as well. And how about that for a reverse pass? And great save again from Fante, this time from Victoria Martin. That one goes over the top of Egan Brown. Gets possession back anyway, but gives it away straight away. Gavranic with a switch ball, searching for Martin. It's delightful, isn't it? Here's Martin again. Slowed it down a little too much. Strong challenge again from Sky Hamrick. Ball delivered into the area, collected by Fante. Again, so much space for the front three of Spirit. Good ball in. Gavranic can't bring it down. Three at the back, four. The students are really struggling to deal with how Spirit is moving forward. In particular, having Hamrick one-on-one so often with Feeney. It's creating major issues for Australia's team. Every time they look for the switch ball as well. Victoria Martineau, Michaela Gavranic also one-on-one, so something that they'll need to rectify in the second half. Maybe even sooner, because they've had a few very good opportunities, Spirit. Savalias. Lots of loose passes from Uni. Kokoris trying to get it around Stoltzfus, but she did a really good job. The American import. Juric all the way back to Fante. Looking for Bofels. Stoltzfus wins the header. Chalusic. Egan Brown. Savalias for Kokoris. Good defending and recovery there from Gavranic. Great touch from Burns as well. And finds the pass to Martin. Gavranic making the forward run as well here. Osborne through the middle, that's where the pass goes. Hamrick chipping it forward. Force pass there from Sky Hamrick. Here's Cooney Cross. Too much on that for Gavranic. Great challenge there from Bofels, because Osborne was ready to create the next attack. Offside flag raised again on Gavranic. Two in quick succession. Great use of the body from Stoltzfus. Free kick goes the way of Spirit. Chalusic. Tony Candy asking for the ball to be moved quicker from his players. When they have, that's when they've caught the Uni defence out, and then they've been one-on-one. There's Cooney Cross. Gives the ball away though. Now a chance for Uni to create an opportunity before the break. Ball in. not really dealt with. Looks as though the visitors have survived here. Offer saves, and it's almost squirmed its way in. Jamie Bilfels with the shot. Really forcing Offer there to react. Corner to come now for Uni to be the perfect time for them to find an equaliser now. Cross comes in. Hammery gets the head on that. Ball bounces about and easy in the end for Offer. Here's Feeney. Searching for Kokoris, but wasted pass there. Gavranic. Stoltzfus running and overlapping. Chooses to ignore her. Instead keeps the ball by a Cooney cross. Poor pass there from Chalusic. No one wanted it from Spirit. Now Egan Brown to pick it up. Now Hogan for Tsavalias. Juric forced back to Sandbrook, and almost they're losing possession due to the pressure from Hamerick. Was it? Strange jump there by Burns. Here's Sandbrook. Seeing the space and attacking at Bofels now. Heavy touch. Chalusic with a good challenge. Still though, Bofels twists and turns, and Chalusic comes away with it. Wide now for Martin. Tough one to bring down for Egan Brown. Just over here in the throat. Osborne there, tangled up with Van Dijk in the middle of the park. Stoltz just looking for Halmerick, and Feeney did well there. Just a nudge the number 9 out of the way and allow Fante to pick up the loose ball. Stoltzfus clears out for a throw. Van Dijk was looking for Egan Brown, but the run didn't come. Offer clears away. Juric. Pass cut out by Martin. That'll be the last piece of action of the first half. It's the visitors that lead by 1-0. Sky Hamrick opening the scoring midway through the first half. Some good football on display here this afternoon. Fast-paced game as well. Exciting. Both teams had chances, but Spirit definitely those better ones so far this afternoon. Sky Hamrick and Victoria Martin in particular looking very difficult to deal with for the moment. Bit of work for Oz Rally to do and some tinkering to come. At half-time here at Valentine Sports Park, it's Sydney University 0, Northwest Sydney Spirit 1. Welcome back to Valentine Sports Park for the second half of this round 3 NPL Women's New South Wales Match of the Round clash between Sydney University and Northwest Sydney Spirit. After the first 45 minutes, it is Spirit that lead by 1-0. Sky Hamrick, the only goal midway through the first half. Michaela Gavranic winning the ball in midfield for Sky Hamrick. Spread the ball wide to Victoria Martin, who then squared the ball back up for Hamrick and finished into the back of the net. They've been very good value in the first half, Spirit. I said at the end of that first 45, both teams had opportunities, but no doubt it was the visitors who created the better chances. Ball over the top. Here's a chance now. Early on, Egan Brown. Still Egan Brown running out of ideas now, and the foul goes the way of Spirit. Spirit has made 2 changes at the break, as mentioned earlier. Katie Offer has been replaced. Paramedic by trade, so has to go and save lives. She saved the goal in the first 45 minutes for Tony Candy's team. Now she's off saving lives. Sophia Kelleher has also come on. Just trying to figure out who she's come on for. Junior Cross read that first challenge well and then had no advantage, so the referee gave her the free kick. Good call from the referee. Overlapping run for Stolzfus. Throwing full Spirit. Osborne forced all the way back here. I believe Neve Burns may be the one that made way for Kelleher. Can't quite see her in the second half. Pell plays it into the feet of Halmerick, and look at the strength from Halmerick. Foul there by Savalias. And it didn't look good. Her foot got caught underneath Savalias. Slowly getting back to her feet now, though. She was, but instead we'll wait for the medical attention. There wasn't no intention from Savalias to injure Halmerick. Just the way they both fell. Halmerick's foot caught underneath the body of the uni player. Walks it off, and she has to go off here to receive attention, so she won't even get to hit the free kick. I think that's what she wanted to do. Tony Candy's already got the bomber jacket out. And we're only midway through March, sorry. Bit early for that, Mr. Candy. Govornic goes direct, but that one well over the bar. Not challenging Sophia Fonte with that. Ball played forward for Egan Brown. Great pass as well. Chance opens up. And first bit of action for Grace Smith. Something she'll want to forget as soon as possible. Ball was intended for Halmerick, and Martin and Osborne getting in each other's way there. Osborne, Cooney cross with a heavy touch. Here's Feeney. Straight into the feet of Kelleher. Good challenge. Govornic still in possession. And Juric wins out now. Giving the ball straight back though, as the home team. Stoltzfus wide for Govornic. And the flag is raised now. Offside again. Govornic now, that would have been the third time she's been called for the offside. It's just frustrating for Tony Candy. Govornic looking across the defensive line. As a winger, I don't understand how you can get caught in an offside position if you're looking across the defensive line. You're able to see where that last defender's standing, and you still put yourself in an offside position. And Coach Killer that one. But we see it so often. Osborne. In front of Hogan there. Now Pell. Govornic driving forward, a heavy touch, but she still get there. Cuts it back. Falls for Halmerick and tried to find Martin. That was a good chance there for Spirit. They should have done a lot more with that than what they did. Tony Candy thinks the same. Here's Cooney cross. Oh, and it doesn't look good there for Chalusic. Looked as though her foot got caught in the ground. And both fools tried the spectacular from distance. Grace Smith almost getting caught out, and this will be bad news for Candy. Chalusic and Fukianeko have looked so strong in the center of defense together. When a player goes down like that, it does not look good at all. Just checking, I reckon, for the Achilles there. Thumbs up. Maybe there wasn't a bit much of an injury. Maybe it was just I'll stay down because I made a bad mistake. Seen those ones happen before. Hobbling those, so maybe in fact there was something. Nevertheless, I know if I slipped over, I would have stayed down as well. Too many holes in these synthetic pitches. Goal kick for Spirit. Chalusic allowed to re-enter the pitch now. Went straight back into the action as well. Not sure she wanted to receive that ball. Here's Osborne battling away with Bowfields. Goes the way of Uni now. Osborne with a good challenge. Tells Hamerick to leave it. And Victoria Martin hasn't stopped working up and down this right flank. There goes Katie Offa in her paramedics gear. As I said, did job in the first half, yeah, now off to her other job. And credit to her as well for making herself available to Tony Candy for at least 45 minutes. And rushing off to work now. Here's the life of a semi-professional footballer. We've seen so many players have to give up promising careers due to work commitments. In particular, police officers, fireys. I was working for the health service as well. Hogan gives the ball away in a dangerous area. Here's Cooney Cross. And exactly what Candy wasn't asking for. He said to move the ball. Cooney Cross opted to take a few extra touches and got caught in possession. But luckily for Candy and Spirit, they got the ball straight back. Gavranic does well to create the position for a cross, but couldn't find a teammate. Now Stoltzfus driving into the space. Good challenge. That's a goal kick. Fantastic tackle from Kokoris, I think it is, on the far side. Here's Gavranic, heavy touch. And Kirby kept that in. Tough pass though, and Halmerick now feeds in Martin. Flag stays down. Martin, that's a wasted opportunity. And Tony Candy definitely showed how he felt there. Martin should have done better with that. She had to do better there. Either side of Sophia Fante, and goalkeeper was in trouble. In the end, straight down the guts. It was an easy save. Osborne gets it out to Kelleher. Now Gavranic. Forward for Osborne. Heavy touch from Gavranic, but again somehow seems as though it's too far in front, but she always seems to get there. Martin. Martin across the box. They'll get a corner. Corner now. Gavranic delivers and was poor. Change coming for Uni. Triple change, in fact. Jenny Hill will come in. Alice Thompson will come in, as will Juliana Nicholas. So triple change from Oz Rowley. Header flicked on by Feeney. Osborne felt that one, still down. Copped that straight into the ankle. Again, no intention, she's still down, struggling to get to her feet here. They'll need her to drop back in defence as Uni come on the attack here. Positive run forward, and it'll be a corner. Cross comes into the area. It's a good ball in, and I think the header came in the end from Sandbrook. It was easy for Grace Smith. Oh, excellent delivery though. Pell loses possession there. Now Egan Brown with a chance. Thought about the early delivery. There was no one in the box, and even then, not many options available to her. Less than 30 minutes remain. Spirit still in front, although Uni has started to look a little better in the last few minutes. Kelleher gives away possession cheaply there. Fukaneko deals with that. Delivery into the area. Shani Cooney cross deals with it. Forward pass looking for Hammerich, and Kirby had to get that right. Sorry, Feeney. And here's Nicholas, one of the substitutes. Wasted ball forward for Egan Brown. Here's a chance now for Egan Brown. Great defending though from Chalusic. Keegan Brown should have probably got a shot away there. They win a corner though, and they keep the pressure on. As I said, they've been a little better in the last few minutes, Sydney Uni. And that's a wasted opportunity for Osrali's team. Good run to get out of a tough situation, but pass straight into Kirby. Hogan for Nicholas, who couldn't control it. Good challenge there from Kelleher. Hamrick flick toward Osborne, and she'll pick up that clearance. Great challenge from Feeney. Driving forward now. Great run out of the centre of defence. But a tough pass there for Nicholas to get to. Ball over the top, headed away. Stoltzfus gets it out to Gavranic. Great work from Gavranic. Excellent feet. And look at the numbers they've got here now. Martin will keep this in. Still lots of time and space to pick a cross out. Too close to Fante though. Stoltzfus looks as though she was shaping up to shoot. Looking for Hamrick, who couldn't get in front of the defender. Stoltzfus does go for goal now, but in the end, it might work out as a pass for Martin. It does. Shani Cooney cross court on her heels there. Chalusic drives forward. Here's Cooney cross. Kelleher tried to thread the needle, but it wasn't required. Need to keep the ball. Spirit. Osborne, great ball wide, an early ball here for Hamrick, but Martin doesn't see it. Comes in now, and Hamrick was offside. He had to come a little sooner. Low and early delivery, and the Uni defence may have been in a bit of trouble. Hamrick looks like she's in a bit of trouble. Looked a foul there, looked a couple of fouls on Hogan. Bit of a kick out there as well, needs to be careful of those. Charlotte Hogan was definitely fouled. Fouled on a couple of occasions. It took her Frustrations out there. Looks as though Uni are readying a couple more changes. 20 minutes remain, and they'll need to get a goal soon. Stoltzfus taking no chances and clearing out of the side. It looks as though it must have taken a touch off a Uni player. It didn't seem like that from here. I guess the assistant referee's a lot closer than us. I'm not sure what's happened there. I think the ball must have touched the assistant referee before it went out of play. Must have dropped ball. Under pressure here is Juric from Martin. Back to Fante. Sandbrook. Stoltzfus heads away. Uniball. Turned into trouble there. Had to come out and open the field up, and that's what Uni has to do. They need to try and use some width. Changes coming now. Juliet Harris and Poppy Tay come in. Read there by Juric. Nicholas. Headed away. Osborne, not many options. Juric now driving into the space. Nicholas wants it. That's where it goes, but look at the pace there on Pell. Does enough to just see that ball out for a goal kick. A few scores from around the grounds. Newcastle Jets, Bulls, Academy 2-2. Apia, UNSW 1-1. Special goal there as well from Demi Koulazakis if you haven't seen it already. The Stingrays lead against Western Sydney by 3-0. The Ravens and Rams are locked at 1-1. Lots of draws this round so far. Manly and Mount Druitt also 0-0. And the Northern Tigers lead against Sydney Olympic by 1-0. Ball's intended for Osborne from Halmerick. Kelleher, but Gavranic again offside. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the 4th time she's been called for an offside. Foul on for Kaneko. Free kick goes the way of Spirit, and a bit of afters there. Referee just warning her. Stay calm. And can't afford to lose a player now. From a Sydney Uni perspective, it has to be said it's a bit disappointing. They haven't really tested Grace Smith coming on as a half-time substitute for Katie Offa. Hasn't had much to do. And here's a credit as well to the hard work that Spirit has put in this game defensively. Here's Martin. Cooney Cross battling away. Sister of Matilda Kyra Cooney Cross. Given away there to Bofels. Haven't seen much of her in the second half at all. You know how influential she is on the Uni team. They need to get her on the ball in these last 15 minutes. Here's Nicholas. Good feet from Juliana Nicholas, but great challenge as well there from Harper Pell. Defended really well, has Pell. Intercepted by Osborne, and now Martin. Wide for Osborne. They've got numbers here now, Spirit. Can they put this to bed? Halmerick on the volley. Great save from Fante. In fairness, Halmerick didn't connect with her she would have liked, but still, on this quick surface, Fante made an excellent save. And it looks like they haven't paid the corner. It was clearly off Fante. I cannot believe that the referees have missed that. That was an excellent save from Fante. I'd be disappointed if I was her. They've taken a great save away from her. Excellent goalkeeping. Nevertheless, she knows that she made a good save, which is most important for her. And Martin just loses control of the ball there. Just thinking about the next step before she had control of the ball. Here's Martin. Good work. Looking for Hamrick. All the way back to Fante. Got to say, Sydney Uni has a great production line of young goalkeepers as well. Over the last couple of years, we've seen quite a few come through at the club. And Fante looks like another to add to that list. Chance from distance here. It was a good effort, but well held by Smith. But it's more of what Uni need. They really need to test the goalkeeper. Forced all the way back is Uni. 10 minutes to go. Pigeon in the stands, creating a bit of anxiety for supporters. But we're dealing with it for now. Here's a chance for Uni, looking like a good attack. It's a decent ball in and almost finding the top far corner. That would have been something special. I think that was Amelia Kirby that had the effort. I know she'll claim it was a shot, but I thought it may have been a cross. It wouldn't have mattered if it found the back of the net. Osborne called for the foul. It's starting to get desperate now for Uni. They'll need to get numbers into the box, and Tony Candy's yelling at his team to get back, in particular Hamrick. We know how good she is in the air and how beneficial she is to have at the back for these balls that will come into the box for the later stages now. It's a high one to deal with. The header was there and Egan Brown's offside. In fact, I think that was Sandbrook. Good challenge from Poppy Tate. Just haven't created enough this afternoon, Sydney Uni. That ball almost working out for Gavranic. Feeney spreads it wide. Tough ball to get under control, but they have done so. Great reverse pass. Egan Brown wants it there. Went down. Referee waves it away. So it was a little soft, in fairness. Cooney cross. And now space for Martin. Early ball. Almost a perfect pass for Hamrick. Martin flicks it forward for Osborne. Great work for Sam Brook, but Osborne manages to somehow squirm her body in front of the defender. Stoltzfus under pressure. What a tackle. Excellent challenge, but still works out the way of Gavranic. Still Spirit have possession. Here's Hamrick, lays it off for Osborne. Has a go at goal and another good save from Fonte. And they look the more likely to score, which isn't a good sign for Australia's team with time ticking here. We get another corner as well. Gavranich's last one was disappointing. Goes short this time. Back for Osborne. Now Gavranic gets it in toward Hamrick. In the area now. Hamrick turns on the left and didn't quite connect as she would have liked there. Got over the ball a little too much. And hit that middle sweet spot. Juric for Nicholas. Lots of pressure there, tough to do anything with that. Somehow Nicholas keeps that in. Tony Candy was begging the assistant referee to lift the flag. Shot there, and Bowfield's had her effort saved by Smith. Late challenge there by Nicholas on Harper Pell. And Tony Candy letting the assistant referee know what he thought of the decision. And now the opportunity opens up. Thompson got that all wrong. Oh, that was a good chance. Alice Thompson just couldn't find the pass. Shani Cooney crosses coming off. Placed by Madison Gabila, another youngster. Not afraid to throw the youngsters in the fire as Martin now. She saw Fante off the line and Candy just asking the question, why didn't you run to goal? Victoria Martin got a bit excited there, seeing Fante well off her line. Here's Nicholas. And Pell again has been phenomenal this evening. I don't think anything's gotten past her at all, Harper Pell. And with both sides being so young, the question of game management and experience comes into question. Does Spirit have enough of that to bring this game to a close and get the 3 points? The first of the season they would be. Foul the way of Uni. And time is really ticking now. We enter the 90th minute. Osreilly sending pretty much everyone but Fante and the kicker into the area. Good ball. Falls here. What an opportunity for Amelia Feeney. I think she was surprised that the ball had gotten to her at all and then sort of rushed the effort. She had a lot more time to pick a spot. In the end, straight down the guts of Grace Smith. Will that be the last chance that Uni gets? Will there be one more? As we now move over into stoppage time. Low cross in. Grace Smith meets it. Great flick on there from Halmerick. Here's Gavranic. Back for Halmerick again. Goes down, no foul. They've worked so hard. Spirit has. Is this the final opportunity? Look at Osborne. Has not stopped working. Seems to be an injury. Not quite sure who's down. The other side of the park. Rams are back in front against the Ravens. Sydney Olympic have equalised against Northern Tigers. Manly and Mount Druitt have drawn, and Apia, with a very, very late goal, has stolen the spoils against UNSW to keep their 100% run going. Change. Lacey Wynn comes in. That was almost a bit comical there. Juric delivers into the area, headed away. Ball falls for Feeney. Too far to challenge the keeper from there. And Stoltzfus looked to be in a bit of trouble, but got away with it. I think it was the substitute, Sophie Kelleher, that has had to come off and came on at the break. Has had to come off now, replaced by Lacey Wynn. Nicholas drives into midfield. Great challenge by the substitute Wynn. Feeney looking for Egan Brown. Almost a perfect ball, and that may have been the final opportunity that Sydney Uni will get. Tony Candy's team look to be heading toward win number 1 of the season. Poor kick there, but Osborne fixes the situation. Martin plays the ball into that space where Uni doesn't want to be in possession. Need the ball higher up the park. Strong challenge there. Here's Martin looking for Halmerick for the icing on the cake. Fante out off the line again. Ball ends up at the feet of Halmerick. But that will be that. And Tony Candy and Northwest Sydney Spirit secure win number 1 of the season. The odd goal that came midway through the first half, courtesy of Sky Halmerick, enough to give Spirit a 1-0 win over Sydney University. A good game of football with opportunities at both ends, but it's the visitors that'll go home the happier. Full time here at Valentine Sports Park. Sydney University 0, Northwest Sydney Spirit 1.
Have a good week. We'll see you next week.
Sorry.